Magic Tree House, Book 10, Chapter 7, Ghost Story. Jack bounced in the saddle. He felt the cool night wind against his face. He couldn't tell where they were going, but he trusted Dusty to follow the others. Finally, Dusty caught up with the herd as they began to slow down. Jack snapped his reins. Dusty came up beside Slim and Annie. "Howdy," said Slim. "Howdy," said Jack. "Howdy," said Annie. "Are you okay?" Jack put his glasses into play. "Yup," he said. "You?" "Yup," she said. "That was in some good riding, Shorty," said Slim. "Thanks," said Jack, smiling. Even he liked being called Shorty. Now they were headed. "Boss," Jack asked Slim. "Blue Canyon," said Slim. "Okay, good you?" "Yep," said Jack. "This way," said Slim. He slapped his horses, then they all speed up again. Jack steered ahead to the left. Soon he left them to the narrow path. Finally, they came to a boxy open space surrounded by walks of rocks by lit moonlight. "We'll corral the Mustang here in the Blue Canyon," Slim said. He got off his horse. He helped Jack down. Jack and slipped off Sunset. "Take him to his May," Slim told Annie. Annie led a Sunset to the mare. In the moonlight, the two Mustangs rubbed against one another and neighed. As Jack patted Dusty's damp neck, he remembered the last two rules, praise and reward. "Thanks," he whispered to Dusty. "You were great. You were super great." Slim unsaddled Dusty, then handed Jack his saddle bags. "Take horses over to the grassy spot. We'll come there," he said, as Jack carried the saddlebags. His boots felt stiff and tight. His legs were sore and wobbly, but he didn't mind. He threw down the saddlebags and his backpack. Then he flopped himself down. He was very tired. Annie joined him. They seemed so happy to be free and together again, she said, gazing at the moon-lit Mustang. "Yup," said Jack. He lay back, then using backpack as a pillow, he looked up the stair. If he must have the answer to the riddle, everything would be perfect, he said. "Yup," said Annie. "That's Slim." "Hey, Slim," he called. "I have just a question for you." "Shoot," said Slim. "Do you know the answer to this riddle?" Jack asked. Out of the blue, my lonely voice calls to you. "Who am I? Slim was silent for a moment, then said, "Sorry, Shorty, I don't know that one." Jack sang. "That's okay," he said. "We don't either." "I have a question too," said Annie. "Why does the piano in the hotel play by itself?" "I do know the answer to that one," said Slim. "What is it?" said Annie. "It's Lonesome Luke," said Slim. "He's a ghost of a cowboy who wanders off the prairie." Jack sat straight up. I saw him, he said. "I just remembered he scared the rustlers. If he hadn't come, I never would have gotten away." "Oh yes," Slim chuckled. "Well, lucky for us. Lonesome Luke sometimes like to help folks too." Slim threw his saddle down to Jack, and Annie sat against it. "Years ago, Lonesome looked at a girl who he was just crazy about," said Slim. "He couldn't take the Wild West. would, they thought, so she went back east. What happened then? Asked Jack. Luke went local. Every night he'd show up at the hotel and play the piano. He played Red River Valley over and over. Then one just he must vanished into the prairie and was never seen alive again. His bones were found a year later, but folks say he's got returned to the hotel piano to stay Red River Valley. It goes like this. Slim took out a harmonica. He began to play a song. It was the same sad song Jack and Annie heard in a hotel. Jack lay back down and listened to the lonesome tune. A coyote in this distance. The horses stared into the dark. I better take some notes, thought Jack, but he didn't write a word before he fell asleep. He didn't even take off his boots.